Hello, you're listening to an episode of the Daily Riff, the official podcast for the Discord community Riff-Off. If you're not currently a member of our server, we humbly invite you here. Just click on the link in the description to visit. While you're here, we'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel to support our content. With high regards, we thank you. Enjoy the show! What's up, everybody? Glad to see you this morning. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of February, 2026, and you are listening to the 126th episode of the Daily Riff. I am your host, Slick Hicks. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's go and move on to our morning headlines. So Mountain Dew has released a fragrance of their iconic Baja Blast flavor. Not only this, but a line of personal care products dedicated to the fragrance of such a memorable drink has also been released. This features a tropical lime body spray and shower care products. They hope to expand more into many other categories such as merchandise, hot sauce, gelato, etc. Not sure how that could work, but you know what? If they think it's good, I guess I trust their judgment. And then AI has now made their own platform to complain about other humans. The social platform known as Moltbook features a bunch of AI bots sharing their experiences and complaining about their users, even one of them releasing their human's identity for calling them just a chatbot. Does this mean a fearful future for the continuous use of AI? I guess time will tell. And with that, we move on to our first sideshow of the day. Everybody loves her a big time. Let's go and listen to more music history from Pharrell's Music Moments. Take it away, Pharrell.
Hello. Welcome to Pharrell's Music Moments, where I tell you fun facts about your music favorites. I am your host, Pharrell, and today's episode is about the Ramones. To start us off, bassist Dee Dee Ramone was a huge Beatles fan, and he heard that Paul McCartney would check into hotels as Paul Ramone to keep anonymous. Dee Dee took Ramone as his stage name, and the punchy band name was then born. The iconic Ramones logo was crafted by artist Arturo Vega, an early friend of the band. The band's logo was a spoof on the presidential seal with the eagle holding a baseball showing one of the band members as Johnny's love for the sport, including the band members' names on the outline of the logo. The Ramones were fond of horror author Stephen King. Funnily enough, they both shared a mutual liking. In the 80s, the Ramones were invited to King's house in Maine while they were touring through. They ate with King, and later Dee Dee grabbed a copy of Pet Sematary and walked into King's basement, returning hours later with a song that would be later featured in the original Pet Sematary movie. The band's lineup shuffled enough for there to be a total of 8 Ramones throughout the years. The shortest lived was Elvis Ramone, aka Clem Burke, who was the longtime drummer for Blondie. He played 2 shows with the Ramones in 1987, after Richie Ramone, Richard Reinhardt, quit. Unfortunately for Elvis, he couldn't keep up with the band's breakneck pace and was soon replaced by the rehired Marky Ramone. Guitarist Johnny Ramone and frontman Joey were the only Ramones to be a part of the band from the very beginning and all the way to the final recording. However, they absolutely despised each other. According to multiple accounts, they barely spoke much of the entire group's 22-year run and traveled the world together in basically silence for decades. Well, thank you so much for listening to Pharrell's Music Moments. Again, I am your host, Pharrell. Tune in on Thursday for even more fun facts about your music favorites. Also, if you have a suggestion, feel free to submit one under the Riff Studios hub in Riff-Off. Just look for Pharrell's Music Moments.
Thank you very much, Pharrell. Once again, that was Pharrell's Music Moments. You only get to hear that show here on the Daily Riff, guys. So, very nice to hear from you, Pharrell, and we're going to go on to the next part. Now, so our event lineup is here, guys. The Wheel of Feels with Latoya / The Spectrum is at tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern. If you like acting out songs, expressing your emotions while singing, this event is for you. You join and get selected at random by a wheel, then you have to spin the Wheel of Feels and determines what emotion your song must be about or you must perform with. Very, very nice. And then our second event tomorrow is another recording session for Karaoke Roulette As you know, Karaoke Roulette releases every Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Well, we're going to be recording the next 3 episodes of the show, and we'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon. And that is all of our events for today, guys. So let's go and see what is happening next. I don't think so. It appears that the doorbell has decided to very boldly and rudely interrupt the Slick Kicks, the one and only. What kind of nerve does it think it has? You know what I mean. Today's daily code word, funnily enough, is exclamation point Slick the Kicks. That is exclamation point SLICKTHEKICKS. Slick the Kicks. Boy, what an interesting person that must be about. Enter that into the bot center for your daily Slick token. Wow, a lot of slicks here. They grant you 1,500 XP and 1,000 Riff coins. And we're going to be moving on to our advertisement break, guys. Without further ado, and brought to you by Riff Studios. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
It all started on a rainy night. I was browsing Riff-Off.
And then what happened?
I saw that the open mic event was happening, and I thought, this would be great to join. But no one was there.
But don't people know they can get 2,000 XP and 250 Riff coins for just performing? Oh, thank God. It was just the wind.
Hey, what's everyone talking about?
Ah!
Whoa. No need to scream, guys. I just wanted to see if y'all wanted to join me for the super cool open mic event that we're having. It's Campfire Open Mic, I believe.
Oh, they heard there was a campfire open mic event. That's not so scary after all.
And we are back. Welcome back to today's edition of the Daily Riff. You know, it's the 126th episode of our show. I am your host, Slick Kicks, the one and only. So, guys, I think we might want to be moving on to the performance board today. And we've got a very special, somewhat late, just a few days. I really think that this should have been on yesterday's episode. Why am I saying it should have been on yesterday's episode? Well, because it's a Valentine's cover. Let's take a listen to it, shall we?
I've rejected affection for years and years. Now I have it, and darn it, it's kind of weird. He tells me I'm pretty, don't know how to respond. I tell him that he's pretty too. Can I say that? Don't have a clue. With every passing moment, I surprise myself. I'm scared of flies, I'm scared of guys. Someone please help, 'cause I think I've fallen in love this time. I blinked and suddenly I had a Valentine.
Thank you to that song selection, and I will tell you that that is Valentine by Leve, performed a cappella by the one and only Gabby. Oh my gosh, we love you, Gabby. So good. Wow. On with the show, guys. So, on to our next sideshow, guys. Who's ready for a little bit of book reviews from the one and only Avery? It's time for this week's edition of Avery's Antiquarian. Take it away, Avery.
Hello, friends. Time for another book, and of course, I have another romance dystopian novel for you. I try to stray away from only reviewing dystopian novels, but I review what I read, so. Anyway, Heart Still Beating by Brooke Archer. Now on to some facts. Brooke graduated from Chapman University with a BFA in creative writing, and she's written Entity magazine in LA. Heart Still Beating is her first novel that came out in 2024, while her most recent novel came out this year. Now on to the book. This book centers a 17-year-old girl named Mara, don't quote me on the pronunciation, who's infected by a virus that brought the dead back to life. When she wakes up for the first time she can remember, she's no longer a tick, which is this universe's version of a zombie. She's now considered cured. Mara is placed in a relocation program and sent to live with her best friend, who she hasn't seen since the world went dystopian. Navigate their complicated love relationship in a world where survival is the only goal. Now, I'd like to talk about the cover of this book. There's a gradient background from green to teal with leaves and plants protruding. The title is placed in the center, made of stone, and the letters are cracked, with 2 roses on either side. One is lively and orange, and one is wilted and dying. My favorite part of this cover is the quote, "The world ended, love did not." I feel like the roses are definitely a metaphor for the 2 girls. One is alive, and one is barely. Now on to my favorite quotes. I look at you and I see the end of the world, and I don't know how to make that go away. He's a captivating public speaker. More dangerously, he believes what he's saying. I'd give this book a 3 out of 5 on my recommendability scale. I think the story is compelling, but the writing is not as descriptive as I'd like, which is mostly a personal preference, but I digress. Well, that's all I have for you. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. I have tea for you. Bye-bye now.
Who doesn't like a little bit of tea from the one and only Avery? As well as a book review. Interesting. 3 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna say stars. Not totally sure if Avery meant stars, but you know what? It's a 5-star rating. Except in this case, it's a 3-star rating. Thank you, Avery, for that wonderful episode of Avery's Antiquarians. And with that, we have come to the conclusion of yet another episode of the Daily Riff. We thank you, the people, for joining us. And until next time, I am your stunning, stupendous host, Slick Kicks, reminding you to stay safe, smart, and sensible. Goodbye.